Today on Singles Court, her ex's rock has Kevin hot under the collar.
And look at the size of this rock.
It's a beautiful diamond ring.
Well, maybe
I chose
you should
it myself.
But she says his tattoos are a pain, a pain.
He has got tattoos all over his body. He's got Amy forever, all his ex-girlfriend names are tattooed over his body, and he won't take them off.
And William's birthday lumps became the birthday dumps.
Halfway through the dinner, she basically stood up and told me to leave.
Isabel's signing off because she says it was written in the stars.
You are a Virgo, and can I just read this for you?
You've
Virgos
got to be kidding. We are people, not signs.
Well, hello there, and welcome to Singles Court, the #1 show on the Singles Broadcast Network. And there's a very good reason why. It's the lady to my left, relationship mediator Angela Siegel.
Hello, Michael.
Good morning, good morning. How are you today?
Busy morning. Everybody wants to help me, help me, help me.
Yes, and there's 2 people in our studio today who need a little bit of help. It never stops.
Never stops.
Say hello to Kevin, who's a mechanic, and Nikki, who's a secretary. The 2 have been dating for about 6 months now. However, Kevin has a bit of a problem with Nikki, who insists on still wearing the engagement ring that her ex gave her. I call this the case of junk the jewelry, or jewel of denial.
You are clever. Well, Kevin, you have a problem with the ring.
Yeah, Angela, you know, our relationship's been great. We've been dating for 6 months. You know, she brought her car into my garage. I serviced her car. We hit it off so great. It's been like an excellent relationship. No. But one thing is driving me nuts. She will not take off this huge rock.
Well, why should I take it off? It's a nice
boyfriend.
ring.
Can I just finish for a second?
The one she's wearing right now?
That's the one. Look at the size of this rock.
It's a beautiful diamond ring.
Well,
I chose it myself. I even designed it a bit. Isn't it nice?
I like it.
See,
so they broke off this engagement like a year ago. She broke it off. And he wouldn't take the ring back. Now she wears it.
He insisted that I keep the ring, okay? He insisted that I keep it.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do. And I don't even wear it on my engagement ring finger, okay? I wear it on my right hand, and that just means that it's very good taste.
She wears this ring 24/7. She's always walking around with this ring. And I'm thinking,
piece of jewelry.
Has she still got feelings for this guy? Because if she
it?
doesn't,
I don't
why?
know, does she?
What's that?
I mean, I don't know. Does she have feelings for the guy?
Well,
no, of course I don't have any feelings for him. I broke off the engagement.
Exactly.
Would I have broken off the engagement if I loved him? Come on, I love you, Kevin.
Let's really determine, Kevin. Is it really about the ring? I mean, you admit that that's a nice ring.
Yeah,
we
but
like that ring, don't we?
Yeah, you should just let me wear it.
I could never buy a ring like that. We go out without
Okay, so let's go back. Let's back up then. Is it that because you couldn't buy that type of ring that you have a problem with the fact that she has that ring?
That's part of it, yes. Because the thing is, I can't live up to that. And we go out with our friends, and people are always coming up saying, "Oh, did you guys get engaged?" And then I got to sit there like an idiot while she goes through the entire story.
Why don't you just put your money where your mouth is and buy me a ring yourself?
Speaking of mouth. I didn't even ask you a question
I think he
yet.
should just, if he doesn't like the ring, he should just buy me one himself,
we can never discuss it.
Then maybe I won't have to wear this ring if you buy one yourself.
I can't even say how I feel.
I know, really, I feel you on that. Nikki,
yes.
Question. Obviously, it upsets him terribly that you have the ring.
But it's just a ring. It's a beautiful ring. What's wrong with wearing a beautiful piece of jewelry?
I'm getting ready to ask you. Okay, but you won't let me because you keep running off at the mouth. Did you fix the motor in her mouth when you fixed her car?
Well, I should have. You know, that was my first mistake.
Come on.
Nikki, question. You know it bothers him. You know it upsets him. So tell me why the ring is of such great importance that you'd rather keep the ring than keep the relationship.
Well, look, I love the ring, okay? It's just a beautiful diamond ring. I helped design it.
It's
a lovely piece of jewelry. It's good taste to wear it.
It's symbolic of an engagement. It's not just a piece of jewelry. And you know what? He paid for it. It's on her hand.
What?
And this guy bought this ring, and I'm thinking, why don't we sell the ring and get a new motorcycle that I've been wanting, or like a stereo
I'm not
that we
going to
could
sell
both
this
use
ring
and
so you
enjoy.
can buy a motorcycle.
You know?
No way.
Nikki,
are you going to? I can't believe he wants me to sell this beautiful ring so he can buy a motorcycle. That's so
we
selfish.
can both use it.
He's
Nikki, who's your dentist? Because I know he never gets in your mouth.
He's being really selfish, I think. If he thinks I should sell this ring so he can buy one of his motorcycles. He puts so much money into his motorcycles, he could put it into a ring for me. That's all I can say.
Nikki, just close your mouth and admire that beautiful ring for a second.
You have not, you have not answered a question yet. You just kept. I'm trying to find out the significance of the ring. We know that it's worth a lot of money. You say you loved it and you designed it. But what you have to do is you have to explain to me why those things are more important than this man.
This is my question. That's exactly my question.
But you didn't ask it as well as I did, so let's get the answer.
That's why you're you, and that's why I fix cars.
That's right. So.
Look, I love the ring. If he loved me, he would let me wear it because it has nothing to do with Alan. I split up with Alan. I don't love him. He was a jerk. This is the only good thing I got out of that rotten experience, and I think he should let me wear it. If it makes me happy and if he really loves me, he'll let me wear it. I'm not wearing it on my engagement finger.
Okay, but do you understand that no matter where, if you wore that on your toe, it would look like an engagement ring?
Because it is an engagement ring.
It's an engagement ring.
That's what it is. It was bought by another man. And my point is, either she takes that ring off, or I go. Because I can't take this.
At least I can take the ring off, okay? I can take this off.
What's that supposed to mean?
What does that mean?
Look, he has got tattoos all over his body. He's got Amy Forever. All his ex-girlfriend names are tattooed over his body, and he won't take them off.
We came here to discuss the ring, right?
It's an issue that show you the tattoos he has all over his body, and he will not get them removed, okay? Amy Forever.
Like this is the same thing, right? She's going to try to tell you this is the same.
Ramona rocks on his chest, and on his butt, he's got a beautiful one.
Okay, no, I think we get the point.
Listen, I'm telling you, it's humiliating, okay? How do you think I feel to have to see?
Let's ask, okay? She's got a point.
Can I answer to that point?
Please do, because
I have a point.
Yes, and I don't know how you ever got one, because you got so many other words to go with it. Let's listen, okay?
Angela, when I met her, I had these. These are part of me. You know, this was not a surprise to her. Look at me.
Listen, I didn't know there were all your ex-girlfriends' names all over your body. Why are you going to touch you? I have to see these women's names?
You know what, Nikki? Really, I'm going to put you under that little stand.
I'm sorry, but it's really upsetting for me to have to see the names of Ramona. She still calls and everything.
You know, it's really upsetting to us to have to listen to your voice go on and on.
That's what we can. Angela, if I could take these off today and put them on the table for her, I would do it.
He will not. I have given him pamphlets. I've done research on laser tattoo removal, and he just blows me off. He doesn't give a damn.
I'm getting ready to blow you off. I can understand. I mean, you really are getting on my nerves. I'm trying to resolve this. Please.
I would put her name on one. I would get a tattoo with her name.
Where? On your shin? That's the only place left.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the tattoo deal.
Okay.
Because obviously you find some need, which I'm trying to understand, to put every woman, or I don't know if this is all of them or some of them, or what criteria.
All his girlfriends are all over his body.
When I look at him, I should hear a male voice. I don't want to hear yours again unless I give your name first, okay? Please. Explain to me about the tattoo.
Well, I was young, you know, and I'm an emotional guy.
You had all these girls when you were young?
When I was young, yeah, I did. And okay, I put the names on, and I look at it and I think that's my past. Some of them I'm embarrassed about, but
well, then get them removed if
I
you're
can't
embarrassing,
I don't have the kind of money to go to a tattoo clinic.
You have money for your motorcycles, okay? If you have money for your motorcycles, you have money to take the tattoos off.
You can see what I'm
I've given you the pamphlets, okay?
I'm starting to, let's get back to the relationship, because that's why you're here, okay? Because I want you to explain to me what you see in this relationship. What is worth holding on to when it sounds like you all are at a crossroads where you're saying, give up the ring or give up me, and you're saying, give up your tattoos because I want to give up the ring. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. Tell me what's in the relationship. That's why you're here. It's not tattoo court.
You're right. I mean, she's a beautiful woman, and I'd been alone for a while, and then when I met her, we just kind of hit it off. I mean, a lot of people judge me by the way that I look, you know?
Really?
And sometimes...
And what would you just do?
That's surprising. And what would that be? You know, the fact that you have tattoos all over your body?
Yeah, and the people think, oh, you know, he's a biker or this or that. But, you know, she didn't do that.
Okay.
That's right.
So, you know what? So that comes down to my question. What's that worth to you?
It's worth a lot to me.
Okay. Good, so then you should just lay off the ring, okay?
Let me ask you, Nikki. What do you see in the relationship? Remember, this is singles court. Hurry up.
Well, look, I like him, okay? I even think I might love him, okay? It's been 6 months, but he's really getting on my nerves with this ring thing.
What's that worth to you?
Well, it's worth a lot to me, but
okay,
what about those tattoos?
I'll be back with my resolution. This is not the laser clinic.
I think you should take the tattoos off. I don't think it should.
Take these off, I would take them off. This is ridiculous.
You know, ultimatums are useless, especially when you don't mean it, and neither one of you meant it. You know, Kevin, everyone has a past. We know that, but everyone doesn't wear it on their body. Your tattoos are somewhat permanent. I know there are all sorts of procedures that say they can remove them, but you're right in that they're costly and most of them don't work. So that's a decision that you made that you're going to pretty much have to live with. I think you know that. Your reasons for not wanting her to have the ring were really based on the fact that you felt as though you couldn't buy the same type of ring. And that, I can understand you feeling not really good about that, but you have to understand that unless she's imposing that feeling on you, that's really your inadequacy, not hers. Nikki, you've just been stubborn about that ring. I mean, the reasons that you gave me, none of them were clear. I don't know if it's because of the money or if it's because you love the ring. I don't believe it's because you love the person. But none of those are really good reasons if the relationship means something to you. You know, that's what it comes down to. You know, compromise is necessary in all relationships. And compromise is really based on one question: what's it worth to you? What I recommend you do is redesign that ring together. You design that one, so design another one. It doesn't have to be that ring. You buy your own motorcycle. And then what you'll find is that the two of you together can pursue this relationship because you both feel it's worth it. Then you can get on the motorcycle, you can be the biker babe, and you can ride off into the sunset. And that's that, in black and white.
Next on Singles Court, William's birthday lumps became the birthday dumps.
Halfway through the dinner, she basically stood up and told me to leave.
Isabel's signing off because she says it was written in the stars.
And can I just read this for you?
Please.
You've got to be kidding me.
Virgos are uptight, fussy.
Welcome back to Singles Court with relationship mediator Angela Siegel.
Oh, you're so nice. You know, it is hot, hot, hot. We're cooking up romance. We got all kinds of things happening on the website.
Oh yes, the chat room is getting pretty steamy in there. We're gonna have to get some air conditioning for the chat room.
And I got to keep you out of there, too.
Okay, but in the studio we have today William, who is a phys ed teacher, and Isabel, who runs a flower shop. The two have been dating for just a month now, and it's been going great. However, Isabel recently planned a surprise birthday party for William, and what a surprise it was, because it wasn't actually his birthday. And this is where the problem starts, so I'll let them take it from here, but I call this the case of the unhappy birthday, or B-Day, or D-Day.
Mm. Well, William, your birthday's supposed to be a joyous occasion. What happened?
I'm not really sure, Angela. I mean, I've been dating Isabel for a month, as you know, and I met her actually at my previous place of employment. And she invited me last week for a surprise birthday party.
Which is a good thing.
Absolutely. I showed up. I was on my best behavior. I complimented her on the meal.
Which I put a lot of time into. It was exquisite. I run a flower shop. I took the day off work. I had my assistant handle things. I brought in fresh flowers, candles, soft music. I mean, I put a lot of time into this. I really put a lot of time into this birthday dinner for you.
It was beautiful, and I'm not disputing that at all.
So what's the problem? Did you show up in your birthday suit or something?
Michael.
Well,
maybe that would have helped.
Or hurt.
Halfway through the dinner, she basically stood up and told me to leave. It was going along smoothly, like there was candlelights, there was oysters, everything was just beautiful. I invited her to come to my parents' home for my real birthday party.
Demanded that I come along with you for the next week.
Wait a minute. I'm missing something between the oysters and the rose petals. So you just called off the dinner?
He told me his birthday was in fact the next week, not the day that I had him over on. He said, no, his birthday is the next week. And now I have to go with him to see this play. I have to go with him to meet his parents. I have to go and do this and that. That's
Angela,
not what I'd planned.
I thought that it would be a good gesture for me on my part to invite her to my real birthday party, which my parents have invited us to go to a play, and I thought it might be nice for her to come along and also a great time to meet my folks.
You thought it might be nice for me. He had everything planned out for me. He thought I should do this, I should do this, I should do this. I just didn't want to be with the control freak.
I gave you an option. Control freak?
I don't want to be manipulated like that, and that's why I just...
I have a question. You know me. Why did you have the birthday on that day? I mean, what made you have the birthday party on that day anyway?
That's what he said. I thought he said his birthday was the 22nd.
Thought is the operative word. I would not make a mistake on my birthday, Isabel.
You weren't clear. I thought in fact, now his birthday turns out it's the 27th. I thought he said the 22nd, and he just wasn't clear about things. That's where the misunderstanding was.
Okay.
And then he goes off about how I have to start doing this and that, and there's all these, it was just much too manipulative for me, and I said I didn't want that.
I guess I'm missing the part where it's manipulative and where he went off. So
because all of a sudden now he tells me, oh, I have to go with him to see this play. I didn't pick the play. I didn't have anything to do with it. Now it's time I meet your parents. It's time I do this.
Usually when somebody invites you to somewhere, they don't ask you first where you want to go and then invite you. That's kind of backwards. I mean, even on Sesame Street, I learned that.
Well, it was just the way that he presented it. I don't think it was presented like an option. I think it was just critical of that I had the wrong day and I had the wrong thing done. And see, just how you're being right now, that's what I didn't want anymore. I just figured, call it off, end it, done. There's no point in continuing a relationship that's going nowhere.
How can you say that?
You mean kind of like this story? Because I'm trying to figure out how you went from sitting in the middle of dinner to kicking him out and not having a relationship. I still don't get it.
Obviously, things were going well if you liked him enough to plan a birthday party.
I thought things were going along well. I thought things were going along well, and I saw the seeds of destruction in that dinner. It wasn't going to work.
Oh,
it was not going to work. It was never.
Destruction.
You know, can I just tell you? I'd like to read from you. This is my book, this astrology book here.
You wrote this book?
I thought he said his birthday was the 22nd, which would have made you a Leo. Now, Leos, I'm an Aries, and it's a perfect match. In fact, you are a Virgo. And can I just read this for you?
Please.
You've got to be kidding me.
Virgos are uptight, fussy, overcritical, and harsh. They are conservative perfectionists whose fastidious love of cleanliness, hygiene, and good order can cause serious problems if paired with a dynamic and spirited Aries partner. And I am an Aries. I cannot be with a Virgo.
You're trying to tell me you ended this relationship over an astrology book? We are people, not signs.
No, people follow patterns.
People
follow patterns.
Well, follow this pattern. Shut up and listen. I don't understand how you can make a relationship out of a book. So explain to me why that's so important to you. And if it is, how you would not make sure what his birthday was, if it's so important.
I ask that question. I always ask. The very first time I meet somebody, I always ask their birthday. It's the first thing I say. He said the 22nd. I said, oh,
I said the
22nd. He said yes.
What were you guys in a nightclub, in the bathroom?
You know, maybe it was noisy, but you'd think you'd be clear about something like that because I repeated it back as I always do to make sure. Because there is no way I'm going out with another Virgo.
So you're
I've
trying
done that
to tell
before.
me
I'm not going out with another Virgo.
William.
I will not.
Isabel, if it's real important to you, then you have the responsibility to make sure it was the right date. Now, I'm going to give you the benefit of a doubt and say that it's very important to you, but I want you to explain to me how you can end a relationship totally because of when his mother went into labor.
Well, it's the way people follow patterns. Virgos, the way they are, that manipulative kind of controlling nature, I can't be with. Aries are very free-spirited.
Well, for someone who's supposed to be a free spirit, you've got a pretty hard regimen here on who you can and can't.
I have dated Virgos before. I'd like to say that it's not that I've never given a Virgo a chance, because I have. I've dated Virgos before, and it was horrific. It was a horrible, horrible experience. He just wanted to control every second of my life. I took myself away for a week. An entire week it took me at a crystal healing camp just to purge myself of that kind of energy. And I can't go through that again.
Are you an astrologist?
I follow it very closely.
Okay, well, you know what? When you look at the stars, you need to understand and ask yourself this question. If this is so important to me and my life revolves around it, then what am I going to do to make sure that everything else goes in accordance with what my life revolves around?
This is why I said just get out, because I figured why continue this relationship? Why wait till 6 months, a year down the road? It wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work.
So you're going to throw away.
Do you like, up until that point, did you like him?
I thought I did.
A whole month you wanted with this man. So up until that point, did you like him?
I thought I did.
Was he controlling? I'm not talking about after you found out when his birthday was.
I thought things were going okay, but once I realized that in fact he was a Virgo, I could see the signs of little things. You know, when people first meet, you don't present all your big problems. Everyone presents their best side. Then I realized all those things.
I'm done with you, Isabel. You're talking gibberish. William, did you like her? Do you like her before you found out that she's an astrologist?
I loved her. I mean, I liked her very much. We spent a lot of great quality time together. The relationship seemed to be going very well.
We spent a lot of great quality time together. I mean, people don't talk like that. It's just a typical
trying to tell me?
I'm going for my resolution. I'm going to consult my crystal ball. I'll be back.
Are you
If you were...
You know, when a person's beliefs are central to the relationship, they're usually without compromise. And William, today you were hit with a whammy. It wasn't revealed to you, and I think that was unfair. But it's what she believes, and you can't change that. You know, I think that if you look back over the month, you probably would have seen things that probably gave you an idea, and you just didn't pay enough attention to them. Isabel, you, on the other hand, have to understand that if something is that important to you and you believe in it that much, then it's your responsibility to make sure your information is straight. Now, you have plenty of opportunities. I mean, if it's that important to you, then maybe you need to ask for a birth certificate and a passport. But when you look at the relationship in general, you have to say, what are the values that I have that are uncompromising? is each person's responsibility to reveal those. I call those deal breakers. In this situation, for Isabel, your birth date is a deal breaker. She's uncompromising about it, and that's the way she feels. You're not going to change that. But what I will say to you, Isabel, is that when you look at your relationships in the future, you have to really check out everything and say, am I going to miss the opportunity to have a great relationship with a great man because my head is in the stars? And that's that in black and white.
Well, there it is. When it comes to relationships, diamonds may be forever, but tattoos are only skin deep. And if you're looking for Mr. Right, chances are you're not going to find him in the constellations. He's probably down here on Earth. So join us next time here at Singles Court, the final word for singles.